Hey, good morning, and welcome to part 7. If I'm talking low, it's because I'm trying to make sure that my husband gets some rest. So just work with me. For those of you who are watching, thank you so much. Go ahead, hit like, subscribe, um, or even, leave a comment if you have any questions. So I believe I left off with the person looking for me, the other person that I met on my way to my brother's house, coming up to my school and my house, and how I had to keep him in friend zone. I did miss out on like one small significant part. And so I want to say it was probably when Sean still had that maroon color car. Um, it was one afternoon I was picking my brother up from school. And believe it or not, my brother used to irritate the mess out of me when he was little, because he acted like a spoiled little boy. Uh, so what actually happened was that this particular day, I was trying to teach my brother how to be responsible of his own things. So what I actually did was that I had given him his. No, every day after school, my brother would give me his book bag to hold, and he'll play with his friends and just forget his stuff. So this one particular day, he gave me his book bag to hold, and I told him no, he was gonna carry his book bag. He said, "No, I'm not gonna carry it. You gonna carry it all the way home." So I literally kicked his book bag all the way up Center Street, and Sean just so happened to ride up on us. And he was like, "April, why are you kicking your brother's book bag? Why are you not carrying it?" And so I said, "I don't need to carry his book bag. He old enough to carry his own book bag, and he gonna carry it. If he ain't gonna carry it, I'm gonna kick it." And as I said that, I kicked my brother's book bag some more. So I kicked it all the way home. It had gotten to the place to where I started seeing Sean daily, especially towards my senior year. So he'll always be at one of our friends' house. So as I said before, our friend stayed like from where Sean had lived at on Reed and Senate. Our friend had stayed like diagonal across the street from him. Well, they stay diagonal across the street from each other. And so Sean will always be over there, over at our friend's house all the time. So when Sean would see me, he would ask me to come here, or I made up a little game where I'll walk down the street and I'll be like, "Oh, I'm so mad at you." And he'd be like, "You mad at me?" And he'll run across the street. "Why you mad at me?" Like, "You know what you did." "No, tell me what I did." "I don't need to tell you what you did because you know what you did. And that's why I'm mad at you." So I would say that just so Sean could come over and talk to me, just so Sean could come over and just have a little conversation. And the majority of the time, Sean ain't did nothing to me. I just wanted to have that conversation with Sean. So, the summer going into my senior year, I noticed that he was always riding past the house, and we had a neighbor that lived across the street from us, and she was just a little bit older than us, not a whole lot. Well, me and Sean, and so I would always talk about him to her. And so going towards my senior year, Sean would always be like, "April." He would always ask me for an invitation from our open house. He will always ask me for an invitation from my open house. And I could not wait for my open house, because in my head, I envisioned like this open house, me, my friends, Sean, his friends, and just all of us just having fun, barbecue and just everything, right? Sean was one of the first people that I gave an invitation to. And so when it came time to my open house, now my best friend wasn't able to come because she had her open house the same day that I had mine. And so Sean, when I first gave Sean the invitation, he was like, "Okay, I promise I'm gonna make it. So I'm gonna put it where I can see it so I know when it is and I'm coming." I said, "Okay, cool." He was like, "I'm bringing my friends." I said, "Okay, cool." It was my open house. The day and the time of my open house. and Sean did not come. It was me, my family, and my friends. And so, not my whole family, just like a small portion of my family. And my immediate family, yes, but a small portion. And so, my sister, she's calling me. So, I'm trying to finish. So, we would actually circle around the block from where my open house was at to see if we saw Sean. We never saw Sean. So, I was fuming. It was time to clean up from my aunt's house, clean up for the open house at my aunt's house and just get stuff organized and everything. And I was just furious. And it was dark and I was mad. So I had on this blue mini dress, or they call it maxi, like little short dresses. I had that on and I forgot the sandals that I had on. And I had my hair like in a bun and everything. So I was kind of cute that day. I walked my other best friend halfway home, and I walked right past Sean, rolled my eyes, and it's dark outside, and I was not paying him any mind. So when I came back from walking her halfway home, he asked me to come here, and I told him I was mad at him. This time I was literally mad at him. Then he said, so then he literally kept asking me to come here. So I went to go see what he wanted. And I told him, I said, I'm mad at you. How are you going to ask me for an invitation from an open house and you don't show up? So he apologized. He said he had it where he can see it and he was looking at it every day. He actually forgot. So in my mind, my little 18-year-old self was like, that's BS. Yeah, I was 18. And so I was like, that's BS. So it was nighttime. Dark summer. Next thing I know, Sean starts nibbling on my earlobe. My my hands started to get real sweaty, and I had no idea what was going on. It was like I was just like in a whole other level. I didn't know what was going on. And shortly after that, my mom started calling my name, and she said something like this: "Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Come on down here." It wasn't about the chicken, but it was getting late. So she was telling me to come on home. So come on back for part 8 because the summer of 99 turned up. All right. Bye.